Hey, what's up, everybody? We're doing just a regular old Why We Love Horror, whatever we want to do. I'm John Maher. That's Aaron Brooks. Aaron, how you feeling today?
Hey, I'm feeling mostly ready for this review. I've been making it to theater again once in a while, and I've been on a tough run lately with Psycho Killer and then the worst Scream 7. And we'll see if I improve today with a movie that I unfortunately had to leave two-thirds of the way through. Whether it was for the movie or not, we'll get to with
Yeah,
Slanted.
you did see the Bride, which you kind of liked, so it's
Oh,
not
yeah,
all bad. Not all bad. But
there you
yeah,
go.
you've been missing more than you've been hitting. Today we are
Yes.
talking about Emmy Wang's directorial debut of Slanted, which you might have seen the trailer for or not. Doesn't matter. This is it's a pretty straightforward plot. There's a Chinese American family. You got what's her name? Joan Wong. Huang, just like they have the same last name as Kaiser. It's great. The family, the Huang family.
Easy.
And she's I guess she's technically the family has come to America. Parents are mostly Mandarin speaking. They're trying to assimilate, but she came here as a small girl, so she's able to assimilate. By the time she gets to high school, she is full on Chinese American. But it's just the pressures, the white beauty standards of America. Like it's just too much.
America.
America, and we'll get into that. It's definitely white America is the villain in this movie.
Mhm.
It's what happens. Like, what do? Do you assimilate or do you can't beat them, join them? What's the right way out for people in America? That's kind of what Slanted explores. She wants to be prom queen. How's she going to do it?
Yes. And
Um,
and she sure isn't popular, although she's a very attractive uh, student who's supposed to be like a misfit. So it's like kind of one of those Carrie remake situations with that. It's got a little Mean Girls in it with like the plastics
yeah,
and blondes there. It's amazing because like the movie claims to like be mean and like going for like the real, like this is how kids are and everything. But she's, one of her friends doesn't belong there. That's all I'll say. You can watch the movie and let me know if you can figure out which friend I'm talking about. But that's never acknowledged by the mean girl. She never acknowledges that. In
yeah.
fact, like she treats that friend better than the dumb friend. So I narrowed it down there. And
We can throw up spoilers and talk about it.
I
Yeah,
guess
yeah. Let's. I mean, we don't get into that in a second,
Well,
but
I
you're
don't
right.
really want to get into that, but like
Yeah,
either way, like if I had to break this down, this movie, like a lot of modern horror movies, is like a bunch of movies thrown into a blender. And honestly, I knew that kind of going in. I knew it was Mean Girls and The Substance going in, and it did end up kind of being those a little bit. More Mean Girls than The Substance, I'd say. It makes some attempts, I guess, at it, but I'd also say it's kind of like Stepford Wives in high school. It's kind of and it's just like any white America movie as well. And like there's like AR-15 mark, like it's not trying to hide what it's doing. It's not trying to be subtle. But that's always a choice with satire. But if you're gonna make the choice to beat over and bludgeon the head, there has to be something more in there than
I feel
what.
the biggest drawback of the movie is it's kind of what you're circling around. Like this is set in like a satirical world. Like the world it's set in is like a satire world, but they're doing a totally straight story in this like it's like if like you and I were talking, but like Daffy Duck and Yosemite Sam were like fighting behind us the whole
Mhm.
time. It's like
And it's not part of the
don't pay
point
attention to
that
this.
Right. There's
Yeah,
not part of the point that it's supposed to be normal within this crazy world. Like once I saw the AR-15, I was like, all right, let's let it loose. Like let's go like make this high school like bottoms, make it
yep.
like this is not a real high school, but we're gonna like have explosions on the it's like it doesn't but like it needed to be more bottoms and less mean girls once it made the decision to show me AR-15 Mart in the first 2 minutes of the movie. Like that sets the tone for your world. So I was ready to be like, oh, are we having a unreliable narrator? Which is, I'm sick of it too. But if you're gonna do it, fine, like let's do it. But like that's not what they're doing either. And then, again, like McKenna Grace is the blonde, the who's the original actress of the girl? What's her name?
Shirley Chen. But like we're kind of burying what happens. Like the solution to her problem is there's a clinic called the Ethnos Clinic, which can take you from whatever race you are and make you white.
Because she was in the top 1% of users of the app to change you into a different race.
She got a free
which is very clever. And that part, is like, all right, that's good. Like that's an insidious app, and that'd be an easy way to catch people. But then there's a whole lot of questions that probably come up with the last third of the movie that don't get answered, I would assume. But we'll get to
I'll cover every plot hole that we come across. But yeah, like I said, the first issue is like we're set in this world. Every store in the background is a store you recognize, but it's not a store. Like Starbucks is Freedom Beans, and Carl's Jr. is like America Jr. And
yeah, they're not clever names.
Yeah, it's all just America this, America that, America
Freedom.
This, and all the ads are white people. Like there's no it's not the real America. Like it is not America. It is some like washed over version of like News One America. It's basically what the world we're set in, but it's never acknowledged because the other characters we meet are having a regular story. Like it's a real struggle that real minorities go through, but it's set against the backdrop of not another teen movie.
Yeah, but that's funny.
Agreed. So she has the technique done. She goes from being Shirley Chen to McKenna Grace. Therein lies one of the hugest plot holes that's never explained. Is like Joan ceases to exist, and Joe now exists. There's no explanation as to why Joan would cease to exist. Like she was going to that school, she was enrolled in all of the classes, she was friends with all these kids, she had her father's job. Now, all of a sudden, this white girl is there in all the same classes, but there's never any attention paid to the fact that Joan vanishes.
You're not getting the commentary. Minorities are replaceable.
Oh, but still, like she would have had to enroll in the school. Like she enrolls
minorities
in the school.
Are replaceable.
I imagine she would have had to have shown like
but it's a white woman, so we have no problem with it. Like that's literally that's like how deep we're going with this for the whole time, and it's really repetitive.
Yeah, I'll accept that as the explanation because it goes beyond that. Because then her most of the surgeries that the Ethnos Clinic does go off without a hitch because there's plenty of like testimonials when she's getting the surgery, even though that one guy has like the funniest testimonial where he's like, yeah, just don't have kids. It's like, why would you leave that in the fucking testimonial? Anyway. And like, so you find out the doctor was a person that had the surgery done. His assistant was somebody that had the surgery done, and all theirs goes off without a hitch. But Joan's surgery her face starts like drooping, and she constantly has to get, she's peeling pieces of her skin off.
The substance section.
This is the substance part of the movie. Like she's constantly having to tape her face up in place. And then it's revealed that the one girl that she idolizes, the one girl that's too pretty, too popular to be in the running to be the prom queen at the school she attends, even though she attends the prom and should have just been the prom queen. Yeah, like we find out that her and her family are Cuban, which is not a race, but I'm gonna forgive it. They're Cuban, and they made themselves look white, even though there's plenty of. I'm sorry, Cubans. I'm going to defend Cubans. There's plenty of Cubans who are extremely white in Cuba, but I guess they were. I guess they were like like the really tan Cubans, and they came to America. So we find out because she helps her, and even though after she helps her get her face back in order, her face like melts when she gets the prom queen thing, like Kristi Noem in South Park. It fucks up. And then we find out like the guy won't reverse the surgery, but now when she wants the surgery reversed, like now the Ethnos Clinic is the most popular thing in the world, and they can't stop. It's springing up in every city, and they can't stop minorities from going to get the surgery, which doesn't feel right. So she goes home and she tears at her face, and you can see that like her Asian face starts coming through the face again, and that's how the movie ends. She's just bloodied, but she's Asian again. That's it.
Okay. Sounds like I didn't miss much, leaving it 2/3 of the way through, which
I
do for a family emergency, but that's okay. Everything was fine.
Speaking of family emergencies, like the other big plot point I had is just like I don't understand the messaging because her parents are definitely like, it's cool. It's cool to be Chinese. And like, you know, we're assimilating and we're proud of being Chinese. And like, you're not. But like they're the overwhelming minority in the minorities because they can't stop getting people to have the surgery. Like every single person wants the surgery. So I guess there's no ethnic pride. There's no racial pride amongst the majority of people. So, but I don't know. The messaging was just totally like weird to me. I don't understand. I understand like what the message is trying to say, but the way they give the message is so off.
Yeah, like I guess just before we go to read, like my overall problem with this movie is it's trying to go for it, but then it doesn't. And so then we're just left in a weird kind of meandering. This feels like a lower tier Shutter original release that would be like released and they wouldn't advertise type of release. Like this is like not this was a disappointment for sure. The trailers are better than the movie. And the concept overall is better than the movie we get. So it's like it's a really like I don't want to say, but I will, easy concept to not screw up. And I think that Amy Wang, like she shows like, or Wong shows like promise for sure at times with as a first time director, but I just think hopefully in her sophomore effort we see a little more honed in with the script and everything. This just is missed potential.
That's right. Let's get to the ratings. I'm not sure what you rated it, but I'll just go first. I'm not even sure if you did rate it because you didn't watch the whole thing. That's fine. I'll go with mine. I think everything we said is right. I think if this movie was like straight parody, like it could still be a horror movie, but if it was just like cartoonish the whole time and really they leaned into this whole like MAGA world that they live in, I would be all for it. Or if they ditched all that stuff and just made it a straightforward like teen drama with all that stuff, it also would have been better. But they didn't. They combined both of them nonsensically, and I was just left really flat. So 2 stars for me.
Yeah, and I'll rate it when I finally finish it when it comes out. But yeah, I can't imagine I'm going much higher than that. But that'd be higher than my rating for Scream 7, which is dog shit.
Yeah, it's also not the worst movie I've seen this year.
Yes. Yeah, so there's that. It's another disappointment. You know, there'll be better ones along the way.
All right. Well, if you made it this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Live Horror. Check out the Letterboxd challenge here. Pause, go to the QR code, and we'd appreciate you doing that. But until next time we review a movie, which might be later in the week, who knows? I'm JWMaher, and that's Aaron Brooks. This has been Why We Live Horror. We'll see you next time.